Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Whatever's Going On in Linda's Brain. I'm Linda, and today I'm joined by Britt, who we all know and love as Shenanigans. Oh, sorry. Your username is actually Did Someone Say Shenanigans? But we all just call you Shenanigans. I hope you don't mind.
I mean, I'm shenanigans, so.
We planned something a little different today. I'm not going to be actually opening the Akashic records to read them. We're going to be. Oh, hold on for a second. I forgot to put up the banners. Here we go. I know. I know. Something. Always something. Today, um, we're going to be using the giveaway tool as that's my standard practice from now on. Goodbye, Nightbot. Loved you, but you're done. Uh, we're going to be reading on this prompt. It's just one question. We're both going to read on it. What have you forgotten about yourself? And it's an important question because we're in the world is in such a state. Now I don't do politics on my channel, but I'm just speaking to the general level of discomfort. Well, sorry, the general level of anguish in the world this today, like this morning. Um, and um, and as light workers, what is it that we've forgotten about ourselves that we can offer as light and healing to the world around us, to our fellow souls who are suffering? That's the point of this. That's the point of this, is to know what you can offer to the people, to the community around you, how you can support your community, how you can support the people around you, how you can support total strangers on the other side of the planet who are still your fellow human beings and fellow souls on this trip through existence. Um, so that's what's happening. Type hashtag remember. It's on the crawler. And uh, I guess I should say hello to a few people. I forget about being social. Sorry about that. Look, there's Gerald. Hi, Tarot Stash. And Stephanie and Brina and Tiffany and Sonia. I think, did you guys? Oh, no, I guess not because it was in Canada, but we used to have a kids' show where Kiddo the Clown, where he'd say hi to all these kids. And when it was their birthday, oh, it was such a thrill to hear his name. Kim B is here. And Jacqueline, Magic Unicorn, Diane, of course. Love you, sister. So happy to see you here. Maria has perfect health. Brina, did I say Brina already? I can't remember. See, in one ear, out the other. Kat, Emily Lawrence Bradley, Tiffany, Sabrina, Gina. Hi, Gina. Nathan Sipley, Mystic Road. Okay, that's it for the socials part because I'm excited about this, and I really Britt, what I almost said what channels are you using? What an interesting what decks are you using today?
Well, I mean, the idea is to kind of channel through them, right? So we are
Yeah,
using,
exactly.
yes. So we are using, why am I using the royal we? Who am I, Donald Trump?
Queen Elizabeth. Oh, sorry, King Charles.
Oh,
No, Shenanigans is not simulcasting.
yeah, we were discussing it before we started the show. Until I start doing a regular show, I'm not going to bother with the whole trouble of figuring how to simulcast. So we'll get there when we get there.
Yeah.
I'm not rushing myself on it.
Yeah.
So I'm using 3 different decks. I'm gonna use them depending on what calls to me for each person. So the first one is going to be the Higher Self Oracle. The next one's going to be the Beyond Lemuria Oracle deck. And the last one is going to be the Wild Unknown Alchemy. So those are the three I am using. Linda, what are you using?
My favorite child is here because, I mean, there's the topic. Did you see what Jacqueline wrote? It's not Donald Trump, it's the dude, the Big Lebowski.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know. I thought that was hilarious.
I'll say something I'll regret having on the internet forever.
Yeah, probably. Oh, I've done that. There's lots of stuff I'll probably regret, but when my kids take me to court to like take guardianship because I'm crazy and I see things, yeah. Okay, so what we've forgotten, because and the other deck I'm using is a new deck that I just received. So I'm going to see. They have a nice vibe together, and it's the Oracle of Oneness. They have a lovely vibe together, and I can feel them sort of reaching out to each other. And so I want to see how it's going to work. Okay. I did invite Wanda earlier. She didn't want to come, but now. Oh no, she's just yelling at the buttons. Don't worry about it. She doesn't. She's not interested. So let's see who we've got. Who wants to play? We have 17 entries. Well, that's lots to begin playing. Okay, where's my music? That's the best I can do. It's so weird. I love it.
Maria has perfect health.
Come on, you're off. Okay, Maria. Okay, Maria. And next we have. What? Where's the music? Did it turn itself off? Yes, it did. What the heck? What? Mystic Road. Mystic Road. Please let us know you're here when you hear your name called. Type yes into the chat. And the last one in this group. Whoa, Tarot Stash. Well, this will be fun.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, you can't refuse Tarot Stash because you're in the audience. Like, you're not the host right now. So tough noogies for you. She cackled evilly. Oh, hi, Timmy. And let's see. And hi, Madam Maru. Yes, subscribe to Shenanigans channel. That will give her. Why is there? Is there an echo? Anyway, that will put pressure on her to get to work and actually start her channel. So there you go. It's all for you.
Rushed.
It's all for your own good, Shenanigans.
I have ADHD. I procrastinate everything.
Oh, welcome. Hi, Ellen. Hi, Michelle. Okay. So we know that Gerald's here. Do we know about oh, yeah, Maria's here. I see her. I just saw her. Where did she go? Oh, there she is. Okay. Sorry. And Mystic Road. Yes, there's Mystic Road. Gotcha. Okay. So Maria was the first one of that draw. Come on. I wanted. There's a lag between the time. It's about 2 seconds between the time that I press my button and it shows up on the screen, which honestly to say it drives me crazy, but you know, lots of things drive me crazy, whatever.
I mean, at least StreamYard is working instead of having all the malfunctions it's been doing on you recently.
Well, the first malfunctions, the ones that happened with the show with Gerald, that was actually a Google Cloud malfunction, and it affected Gmail, it affected messaging, it affected YouTube itself, it affected all. It wasn't StreamYard's fault at all. It was the third party issue. And the stuff that I had happening on Friday, although my provider denied that there were any issues, they disappeared after they reset my connection. Mind you, I did clear my cache and my cookies and all the rest of that kind of stuff. I mean, I know Chrome is a pig in terms of software and memory usage, so that it's entirely possible that that was enough to fix it. I don't believe it though.
All I know is that you're clear right now, so
Yep.
that's
Yeah.
my main concern.
That's all I care about.
Right. So I have cards pulled for Maria.
Yep. Maria has perfect health.
All right. So, I am still getting used to this deck, so I will be referring to the guidebook a lot.
That's fine.
I love the messages in the guidebook, which is why I really want to share it with everyone. So the first card I pulled for Maria is Mystical Sister. And the energy that I pulled is the red and white rose. So I want to start by reading about the mystical sister. Just when you thought you could traverse the alchemical path by yourself, Sorora Mystica appears, which is mystical sister. This card indicates a dear friend or sacred ally holds you in their heart at this very moment. With their support, you are able to do what you cannot do yourself. Between you exists an alchemical pact based on the ingredients of respect, honesty, and unconditional love. It's as if you've known each other for many lifetimes. You may have shared an experience from which you are always bonded. This archetype may come in any gender, age, or form. One distinct characteristic of Soror Mystica is that they practice the art of witnessing and listening. They have no need to judge, fix, or give advice. Presence is enough. When this card appears, tend to the flame of friendship. Be a mystical sister to another. And for the red and white rose, in the laboratory, the merging of red and white is an exquisite moment. It means something is coming to life before the alchemist's eyes. The pristine white of the rose is not threatened by the blood red pigment. Their mixing does not make pink. Rather, each color remains vibrantly itself, expressing its message. Like the rod of, I have no idea how to say that name, representing health and vitality, the floss sapientum.
Is it Asclepius? Is it AESCLU? Okay, Asclepius.
What she said.
It's the sign for them. It's the medical. It's the symbol for doctors, right? It's the
the
rod
caduceus?
with the two snakes.
The caduceus.
Caduceus, yes, but that's also it's the snakes around the rod of Asclepius. Never mind. Just keep going.
I'm gonna do some Googling about it afterward.
Yeah, we'll talk about it after.
Yeah. Ooh. Where was I? All right.
Sorry.
All right. It appears to signify the awakening of the physical as a gateway to the spiritual. Without the body, spiritual teachings remain conceptual, not yet integrated into the everyday. This card encourages the alchemist to honor the body as a temple each and every day, observing it, listening to it, mining it for information and guidance. It's at its height, this card signifies a mastery, a uniting of body to serve the soul's purpose, as seen in the like of dancers, athletes, and during the birth process.
Would you stop fighting with the budgies? I have some interesting cards for you. Thanks, Britt. But I have some. Okay, so the first one I pulled from What We've Forgotten. What has Maria forgotten? She's forgotten her initiation. You have been initiated already, Maria. You've forgotten that. You have already connected your soul with Source on a deep, deep level. This has happened to you before, previous lifetimes, maybe even in this lifetime, especially if you've had a near-death experience, which I don't know if you have or not. But yes, you have forgotten your initiation. And here's some, I would read this as advice rather than an actual what you've forgotten, okay? Because this card says, venture beyond the familiar. And there's a telescope. Look, venture beyond the familiar and look into the stars. I love this for you. This is a card of exploration. This is a card of creativity. This is a card that is encouraging you to step beyond and to step forward towards that initiation that you've already had, but you've forgotten about. Okay? Woo, I like this. Okay, excuse me for just a moment while I go. Well, I almost said ring some necks, but I'll probably have somebody phoning the SPCA on me. Let me see if Her Majesty will join us, and I'll entertain you with the conversation with Wanda while I beg and plead with her to please grace us with her presence. Just a moment.
I find it interesting how the cards relate to each other because my cards here are basically saying that the work has already been started. It's already a concept, but it needs to be materialized and manifested into just your everyday practice, whether it's some kind of ritual or something new that you do that's dedicated to the work or to yourself. It's like your cards are explaining my cards.
Yeah, I know. They're working together. That happens. That's how it's supposed to work. That's how big magic happens. That's how spirit works. That's how you can be at one end of the continent and me at the exact opposite end of the continent. I don't think to be on the same continent, I don't think we could be any further apart unless I was in Alaska or something. And this is how spirit works. You know, when you see people reading cards that go together like this, you know spirits at work. It's a genuine connection. Maria says she has almost died several times this go around. Yeah, I had that impression. I had that. This card sort of gave me a clue that this might. She didn't want to come. Okay, I begged her. I did. I said nice things to her. She would rather sit there and scream at the budgies who are breathing her air. Well, I'm so sorry. I apologize for that. Okay, I hope that was really helpful. Oh, Madame Maru, she has posted something about the caduceus. Let me put that up. A symbol of Hermes or Mercury in Greek and Roman mythology, identified with thieves, merchants, and messengers. And Mercury is the patron of thieves and outlaws. No protector of physicians? I thought he was a protector of physicians. I thought that's why the caduceus was the symbol for. And Maria says that she thinks she understands what they're saying to her. Good, I'm glad, because that's the whole point of what we're doing, is so that you learn. We all learn, because me too, I'm learning while I'm doing this. Okay.
This one here, the mystical sister, the fact that I pulled it this way, pointing down, it seems like she needs to be friends with herself more. Are you taking care of yourself? Are you doing self-care? Are you worrying too much? Because that a lot of overthinking will keep you from enacting the things that you know you need to do. Speaking as someone who's been struggling with that.
Here too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Be friends with yourself. Treat yourself at least as well as you would treat your friend, a dear friend. Okay. Thanks, Britt. And thank you, Maria, for letting us read for you. Let's see. Next, we have Mystic Road. I believe, just a second. Where's my brains? They're on the couch right here. Mystic Road. Okay. If you're ready, you go. I'm just going to shuffle. Can I go, Britt? If you're still time to get ready, because I got something juicy for you, Mystic.
You go.
The first card I pulled for you from the What We've Forgotten deck is Water. Water, which seeks its own level, which flows, which reflects, which gives life, and which is also known as the universal solvent. So that means that eventually water will wear down a mountain, right? It'll dissolve everything. Everything falls apart in water eventually. It symbolizes emotion. Water is really powerful. It gives us hydroelectric power. So here's a reminder that water, that you have something to learn from water. Oh, look at this. You have something to learn from water, about finding your own level, about finding your strength, about finding your flow, your power. Okay, flow. I hear that, and I also hear like a thundering falls. Yeah. Okay, that's what I'm getting with this card. And Mystic, here's something that water that's connected to water as well, which kind of blew my mind. Setting healthy boundaries fosters self-respect. So what happens when water doesn't have, banks like a river? That will increase its power, and you can get hydroelectricity out of that. I mean, just a little turbine, for your farm, your off-grid farm. But a river will provide you with power. It provides transportation because the current will float boats down the river and into the ocean. The river provides all kinds of nourishment. But when the banks fall, it's a flood, it's destruction. Where did that story come from? This is not something that yeah. Anyway, healthy boundaries, Mystic Road. Water is powerful. With boundaries, it becomes even more powerful and you avoid self-destruction. Whoa. I like that.
So that first card that I showed, I'm going to show them in order as they came out too, was On the Right Path, which I love that you mentioned mountains because the river is going through the mountains, and over time it will erode the mountain and create an even wider and even easier way through it.
Yeah.
The earth will always give way to water. It just takes time, but with patience you can enact the change, which is funny because the next card that came out was Confusion. So this card tells me that you have been really in your head lately, and just it doesn't necessarily mean that you are literally confused by events, but it could mean that you're confused about how you're supposed to act because of events around you. That's the feeling I get more, is that you don't know what you are supposed to do, which Linda says you need to do boundaries, and this card tells you you need to make a change. So that change will take you from confusion to the self-respect that Linda was holding up.
Yeah.
And to do that, you need to go within. You need to you need to focus on your inner light. That's the sacral chakra there. That looks like it's the sacral chakra. You need to do some serious self-care. Like you needed to do some serious work on taking care of yourself, putting yourself first. Your sacral chakra is your drive, your motivation, your sexuality, your self-esteem.
Yeah.
You need to
Life force.
change the confusion and go within, because you are on the right path to healthy boundaries and self-respect. You've forgotten that you deserve to be loved and respected just as much as everyone else.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry that you feel that way, but don't.
Yeah.
You deserve.
Light your fire.
Yes.
Light the fire. The sacral chakra is lighting your fire. And it's belief in yourself. It's confidence. It's what holds you up. I'm just telling you what I hear. Okay. I'm just telling you what my guides are telling me. Your sacral chakra is what holds you up, what keeps you upright. Holding your head up high and the confidence, yes, there's okay, I don't know if you want me to do this for you, Mystic Road, but I can feel something going on with your sacral chakra. And may I have your permission to take a look at it? I'm not a doctor. I'm not anything like a doctor. I'm not even a nurse. I don't play one on YouTube or anywhere. May I have your permission to take a look at your sacral chakra? because
Pretty sure I saw you on General Hospital.
It wasn't me. Yes, Shenanigans is a fabulous reader. She doesn't believe it, okay? But she is a fabulous reader. And so let's all put lots of pressure on her and encouragement. Let's call it encouragement. Thank you, Mystic Road. Let's
Practice makes
encourage
perfect,
her
right?
to start her channel. No pressure, honey. No pressure, honey. Hi, Purple Moon. Hi, Venus. Okay, so I'm just tuning into your, I'm just going to yap about what I see, okay?
She's like, do it. No pressure.
I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer, damn it. I'm a bricklayer, not a doctor, damn it. Okay, stop distracting me. You can't do that. I'm trying to focus here.
Yes.
Okay, so I see like the fleur de lis, you know, it's sort of throttled in the middle. Well, yeah, I'm putting an emotional load in the words. I'm sorry. There's a bloom here. There's a little thingy here. It's supposed to be a ball. It's supposed to be a ball. And there's something that's, something is choking it, cutting it off, throttling it. Yeah. Okay, so like there's only so much that I can do with the time that we have because we're under a certain amount of time constraint, right? I hope you understand that. This is not personal. But so what I've done is I've loosened it a little bit. And what you need to do is start okay, I don't know anything about you, Mystic Road. So I'm going to see, I'm going to talk to you like you don't know anything. And forgive me, it's not because that's what I believe, it's because I'm ignorant. You can start by listening to guided meditations on YouTube on the chakra. You know, there's chakra guided meditations. If you can find one for the sacral chakra, use that preferably. But listen, do them all because they need to balance. Okay, as your sacral chakra heals and reorganizes itself in the way that it needs to be, the way it wants to be, the rest of you will balance. So if you do all 7 of them, like that does no harm at all. And during the day, just at odd moments, whenever like you're sitting in the car in traffic or something, just take deep breaths and breathe it into sacral chakra. First of all, find out where it is. Okay. I mean, if you don't already know, find out where it is. That's always helpful. And and breathe. As you're breathing, visualize yourself breathing in that wonderful source energy that surrounds all of us. This is not yours. This is the source, the key, the life force energy that surrounds us all the time, the actual divine energy that we are surrounded by. Breathe it in and breathe it into your sacral chakra. There are people who can actually reach in and just fix it like that. I'm not one of them. I'm just starting out in my spiritual healing journey, so I'm reluctant to take steps that I'm not certain of. Okay, so yeah. Well, Kelly McCall wants to know if you could ask any health questions. I shouldn't have been doing this actually, because what we're doing today is remember who you are. So I got distracted and found a need that I was guided to do something about. So, oh, a crystal. Here we go. Here we go. This is a crystal bowl sound healing video that Shenanigans has been using, and it's directed at the sacral chakra. So there you go, everyone. Keep that in your back pocket.
Yeah, it's literally called sacral chakra activation. So, I've been listening to it recently just because I needed it for myself. So,
Yeah.
highly recommend it. It's a 2-hour long video. If you have the membership with YouTube, there's no ads. So, I did see someone mention in the comments something about the sacral chakra being on the tree of life. And I don't know nothing about that despite having this.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely going to do some studying up on it. So the person that commented about it, please comment more, because the more we share information, the smarter we all get about everything. So
Crystal Connors is here. Hi, Crystal. Welcome. And okay, and I hope that was helpful to you, Mystic Road. And I hope that gave you some, you know, leads to follow to foster your own well-being. Okay. Uh, and thanks for that, Shenanigans. Neither of us has a Mac, okay, so it doesn't work. Oh, hi, Gerald. Okay. Oh, that was Timmy Raven who said that. Because he said, I think I saw the human chakras can be imposed on the tree of life. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that. I never looked into it myself, but
on this thing, there's a little, trying to get it correctly on the camera, but it does show you where the points line up on the energy body.
yeah.
And if I go further over here, it tells you where the first stop is at the top of the head, and you work your way down. So, yeah, I'm gonna do more reading up and studying on that. I got those like 2-3 months ago, and then the ADHD took over, and I got interested in something else. So
Shiny.
I go through like sections like every few months. It changes. So
yeah, sister.
I'm forever restarting video games because I can never remember where I left off, because I got like to 3/4 of the way through, and then I want to do the story all over again. I'm like that, yeah.
Chris wants to know, what's your YouTube channel name? I believe that it's in the show notes. I'm pretty sure I put it in the show notes. But I could be wrong, but it's something that I'm generally very careful about, putting people's channels in there. And so, but if not, Shenanigans, you want to put that in there?
I am working on it as we speak.
There you go. Thank you. Okay, Gerald. What is it that you've forgotten about yourself? Oh, well, apparently there's quite a bit because 2 cards fell out.
Just like Gerald, some of them are trying to play tricks on me and pretend they're going to fly out, but they don't actually.
Okay. Oh, I didn't put it in the show notes. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm usually so careful about the stuff like that. Okay. So 3 cards, Gerald. What you've forgotten is unity. This is another way of saying you're divine. You've now I know you. I mean, I'm sort of at a disadvantage as a reader because I know you, and So I may rely on my perception rather than what the cards are describing. I'm trying very hard not to do that. You are, here's the description of unity as seen by this deck, which is from earth through spirit to the divine. And there's something about your connection with the divine that you've forgotten. I don't know if it's your actual connection, but there's something missing about your connection to the divine. Your feeling of oneness. And perhaps these will explain it. I haven't seen them yet. How very, very freaking interesting. You got two consecutive cards. This is the Oracle of Oneness. 37 and 38, and I assure you it has been well shuffled since I received it. I've done practically nothing but sit there shuffling it. The first one says, black and white thinking can cloud judgment. And the second one says, rose-colored glasses, wait, come on, focus, can distort the truth. So this is telling you, don't be swayed by love or hate. Don't, I know this is going to be tough. Don't overthink. Don't judge. Don't think that you know everything that there is to know, because you don't. Well, none of us does. Okay, but we like to pretend we do because it gives us the false sort of false security of believing that oh, okay, so I know all this stuff, and that means that I have some control over what happens to me. Yeah, shit, sorry. So so what this okay, so this is so cool, Gerald, because look, this is talking about letting go of everything you think you know and just diving into the divine. Just taking all of your information directly from source. To heck with what you think, to heck with what you were taught, to heck with everything that you've learned. Get it from the divine, because you are one with the divine. Holy. That is a magical, magical, magical thing. Whoa. Geez, I've got big, big freaking chills. Sorry, I just got to let some energy out. Sorry.
You reminded me of my new client from last night. He got very excited watching the marbles go down the marble run, so he was doing that, watching them. He loves watching them spin.
Yeah. Babies do that when they get really excited. They go like this. Yeah, so do I.
I do that. Oh, well, look at me.
No, it's a human response to discharge energy. It's a human response. It's what our bodies need to do to discharge energy. It's like nothing, like no one's pointing, no one's laughing at you. I personally, if they're laughing at me, I don't give a shit. So yeah, whatever.
Yeah. The more you have, the harder it is to find a way to discharge all of it. So
yeah.
All right. Took a while for these cards to line up, and there's 5 of them, so I'm just going to show them, and then I'm going to talk about more. So first, we have success. Then we have take the first step. And then clear your energy. Direction. And forgiveness. So the story this is telling me is that you have reached a point where you are content, you're happy, you've reached your goals. The next one, take the first step, speaks to me about the unity card.
Yeah.
Well, the unity that Linda was talking about, because if you can see, there's the universe in her dress, the sun, stars, as planets.
It's like a wizard's cloak.
Yeah. It's, I mean, she's watching her feet. She's being careful where she's walking. She's just looks very agile, very fleet of foot. And then clear your energy kind of has the same dancey kind of feeling that Take the First Step does. Right? It's very strike a pose, very fabulous. So, and then I couldn't help but noticing that the figures here, that this one and the redhead here kind of look similar. So the story these cards tell me is that while you've reached that point where you feel content in the goals that you've reached, there is more to do. So in order to take that first step, you need to clear your energy, because there's forgiveness that you need to do. And it feels like the forgiveness is like you're holding yourself to a standard that doesn't really apply anymore. But that hasn't quite been realized yet. So the first step would be in realizing that the standard doesn't really hold anymore, that new ideas need to be thought, a new direction needs to be taken. And to do that, you need to clear your energy. And when you do, these ladies look very similar too. When you take that first step, you're going to find the success feels a hell of a lot better and more fulfilling. And you're going to have a serious explosion of just realization.
Yeah.
But
insight, awareness.
Yeah. Clear your energy by forgiving yourself. That's the new direction.
Thank you, Britt. Someone was asking, I believe it was Crystal, was asking what decks we were using. So do you want to just go through the decks that you're using, Crystal? I mean, sorry, Britt.
You know, when I was a kid, my meme had any number of dogs in her house at any given time. And she would cycle through first all of the B names of the dogs and then the other dogs' names before getting to mine. So she'd go Brina, Bailey, I mean Sweet Pea, I mean Chewy, I mean Brittany. And usually there were more names, but I've forgotten a lot of them now because this was like 20 years ago. So I've been called Brian by my own mother, my brother's name. Julia is usually what I get, my sister. So yeah, hey you, it works because we're the only two.
Well, my father, after when I was living at home, he'd call me Lepsit, which means little one. And it was only when he was mad that he would call me by my name. But when I got older and when I was, a mother and had kids of my own, he would call me. He would call out all his sisters' names. Okay, Yvonne, Gertrude, Evelyn, and Simon, and then all in order, like in age order, and then he'd say Linda. Yeah, but it was funny because it was all his sisters' names, right? It was hilarious. Anyway, yeah. Sorry about that.
I love it. It's
So,
a nice reminder. Yeah, it harkens back to good times. So all good. So the two, yeah. Oh, good old days. So the decks that I've used so far, I've used two of them so far. the Higher Self Oracle, which is the one I've used the last 2 times, and the first one I used was the Wild Unknown Alchemy, and then the third one I have out, just hasn't called out yet, is the Beyond Lemuria Oracle deck. And remind us what you're using.
Because of course, what we've forgotten, my favorite child, that's who we're talking about, and the Oracle of Oneness. Sorry, the Oracle of Oneness. Those are the 2 decks I'm using today. Okay, so I hope that was helpful to all of you. And we're going to, as soon as I can get my music going here, we're going to start another round. I'm going to find the kittens. I can't see the kittens where they're falling down the stairs. Oh, she had to leave. She's not here anymore. Okay, we'll draw again. Brina, come on down. Let us know that you're here, please. Oh, where's my pencil? Okay. Just say yes or hello or whatever in the chat. Spiritual Garden. Come on.
Brina is here.
Okay, good. And what is, okay. Anyway, last one for this crew. For this job. Ellen R. Are you here, Ellen, darling? Let's see. Brina. Wait, where's my, oh, here they are. See, I pushed the button and okay, Brina's here. And Ellen R is here. And Spiritual Garden, I'm looking for your, oops. I meant to say hello to you. You're welcome, Gerald, anytime. I'm happy we were able to be helpful to you. And hi, Yashua. I forgot to say hi to you. Do you see anything from Spiritual Garden?
I don't see Spiritual Garden yet, no.
Okay, Spiritual Garden, if you're here, please say yes or hello or thank you, Diane. Oh, you're so good. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And then we'll start reading.
Garden's here.
Oh, yeah? Okay, good. Oh, there you are. Perfect. Okay. Brina. I was sure I marked you off, Ellen. Just a second. Love you too, Yashua. Just a second. I knew I did. Okay, there you go. Brina. Girl. I'm beginning to feel like these are the only 2 decks I'll ever need again. I know that's not true, but boy, they fit nicely and they're playing so well together. Oh my goodness gracious. It's a very umami kind of feeling, you know?
Yeah.
And this is for Brina. What's Brina forgotten?
So I got 2 cards from the Higher Self Oracle for Brina. And because I want a little more clarity, I pulled one from the Wild Unknown Alchemy as well. So the first card I got was Success. I love seeing this one come out again because it's just such a good card.
Yeah,
And
yeah, it is. It's great.
it is. I love it. And the second one that came out is Worthiness. And the energy of that one was change. So the cards obviously it's a very clear picture of, yes, you are in a good place, but you've forgotten that you are worthy, and that needs to change, what with this being the energy. So I wanted to know what you've forgotten you're worthy of. And the card that came out was Rotation. So I was just reading what it says in the book, but I just want to read it to you because you'll get the bigger picture of what it means. Rotation is the great alchemical operation of the wheel. Through its circularity, it indicates that work performed again and again and again produces results. It reminds us our efforts are cumulative, not singular, nor is the work ever fixed or finished. Rather, the alchemist rises each day to tend to the laboratory, to weave their work into the world. It is the epitome of the alchemical axiom that I don't know Latin to read. And it means, although changed, I arise the same. This operation is expressed through images of the circle, the spiral, the Ouroboros, and the wheel. By non-hierarchical shape, we are tossed back into the spin just when we thought we had figured it all out. Though this stage can be frustrating and cause a fair amount of restlessness, it is at the heart of all the spiritual practices. So when success comes popping out, it is literally speaking of feeling like everything has already been achieved that there is to achieve. But what we just learned from rotation is that the work is continuous and that we always have to put in the effort. So when you've forgotten that you're worthy of doing the work, you've also kind of forgotten that change is something that always has to occur for alchemy to take something that maybe isn't positive and turn it positive. And just the same, it can take something positive and turn it negative. So be wary that the success doesn't go to your head and you forget that you need to do the work that you are worthy of. You're just as much of an alchemist as the rest of us.
Speaking of alchemy, divine order. You've forgotten that you're part of the divine order. You've forgotten that you're a very important part of creating this divine order. Because look at this guy. Now, this is supposed to be Lao Tzu. I don't know. Sure. I never thought of Lao Tzu, who's a philosopher. I never thought of Lao Tzu as being a magician or a wizard, which is what this looks like to me, playing with divine order. Okay, I'm always fascinated by the fact that he's levitating his work table that he's working on while he's working on it. Okay, and all of the elements that are necessary are floating around him and he's directing them. This is who you are. You are an integral part of divine order, and you have a role to play in ordering the universe. Okay? This is you. And the Oracle of Oneness has this to say to you. Gratitude opens your heart to love and abundance. So, be grateful, and remember who you really, really are. You are a wizard. You are this wizard that's ordering the universe in accordance with your vision. I love it. I love it, love it. I hope that helps you, Brina. Yes, practice gratitude. She says that she's been trying to practice gratitude more. Don't try, do. You're welcome, sweetie. The thing is that you know, because you've been around for a while, gratitude drives abundance. So just be grateful. Just through the day, as you're washing your dishes, just go, I'm so grateful that I had food to put on these dishes, that I have dishes to receive the food that I have, and that I enjoyed that meal so much. How grateful I feel to enjoy a good meal. You know, like it's not just, rice and pork and beans or something like that.
I know for me, the ultimate expression of gratitude for me is finding a silver lining no matter what the situation.
Yes, that is the real test of gratitude. You're absolutely right, Britt.
It's not easy, but
It certainly forces a certain creative thinking.
yeah, and it helps you so much to focus, even if there's only one positive thing, on that one positive thing than all the negative things. Because as we also know, the more you put energy into something, the more the universe can be like, hey, you like that? Gotcha.
There's more. Brina says, I say I am thankful for everything I have. You have to do more than say it. You have to feel it. You know, or you could like start with imagine if you're not sure, start with imagining how you would feel if you suddenly won the lottery. I mean, there's excitement and everything, but there's that overwhelming feeling of thank you. That's what you want to send out. That whole wow, I'm so lucky. Oh, that's what you want to send out. You got to feel it, not just um, yeah, not just say it. Oh, thank you. No. Ah, thank you. Okay.
Yep.
Just, just a little hint. Spiritual garden. What have you forgotten about yourself?
So I got a card for you, Spiritual Garden. I pulled from the Beyond Lemuria for you. You've forgotten you are an internal explorer and a realm bridger. So, what this tells me is that you've forgotten how to bridge that connection between your higher self and your incarnation here on this plane. You've forgotten that it's a very short rainbow bridge to ask them for guidance, assistance, help, and that they will actually hear you. But also that the way you're going to hear their voice most is by listening to the voice within you. because that's how they're going to speak to you, is by giving you a gut feeling or an inclination randomly out of nowhere to do something, or a feeling of just not being alone. So you, to me, this tells me you have some kind of ability that you've forgotten where you can more easily bridge that connection, and where they can really channel through you. And I would love to see you explore that more.
And speaking of exploration, magic. Whoa, let's focus. Here we go. Magic. So look at this beautiful space in which you find yourself. There's a little corner that you have to turn, and you see the bright, shining light of divine source energy shining out at you. Now, I want to read to you what the creator wrote about this card, okay? I'm not one of these people that's real precious about reading from the book. Oh, yeah, because the creator who created the deck wrote this book, and so I figure that it's part of the deck as much as anything is, okay? But I gotta find my other, oh, there they are. Thank God.
Speaking of lights shining out at you,
Yeah.
this one, she's literally holding the light in her hands.
Holy.
One
Okay.
light, a brighter light, and then they're both holding a smaller, more concentrated one.
Magic is the non-ordinary reality of energy. It is interaction directly with the divine. It is the merging of worlds. You are standing at the intersection of your energetic field, and you are the one directing the traffic, deciding what direction the energy is going to go and flow. This is the practice of magic. The ancient Egyptians didn't separate religion and magic. Life was built around the belief that written images and words, when combined with action and ritual, had the capacity to influence the world. The belief was that this was done through a divine creative force known as Heka, or magical power. The practice of magic is collaboration with energy itself. And this is an interesting little exercise that you may want to try, Spiritual Garden. When you wake up, imagine you're sending a signal that you're getting your day started from your energy to source itself. This is a sign that you're in the world and you're ready for messages from source. Notice what may pass through in the week you're practicing being a human antenna for energy. Do it, do that, and come back and tell us what that was like, because because I have my own experiences with that, and it's pretty interesting. And the other card that I have for you is look at this: expanding the mind enriches the soul. Whoa! Taking any courses? Reading any books? Learning something new? Explore your mind. That's what I've got for you, Spiritual Garden. I hope that that was helpful. Um, I think it's a really exciting message for your development. But you've forgotten that you're magic and you're connected to magic and how to use magic. Mm-mm. Okay. And the last person in this round is Ellen. Hi, Ellen. I know, I love that polka too. Okay, what have you forgotten, Ellen? Or sorry, I'm ready to go. Is it okay with you, Brett?
Sure. I'm still shuffling. Still waiting.
Ancient wisdom. There's something about ancient wisdom that you need to remember. I don't know if you're going to start channeling or if you're going to find other ways of communicating with your ancestors, but not necessarily your ancestors like great grandparents and so on. Maybe your spiritual ancestors. There is something for you to learn in ancient wisdom, and this is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful face. So, ancient wisdom, whatever you've forgotten is to be found in ancient wisdom. I think that what you've forgotten is actually the ancient wisdom that you knew, because at one point you were this person. At one point in your soul's existence, you were this person, and you've forgotten what that person taught you. You've forgotten what that life taught you, that ancient wisdom that you have. So that's one, because it's a 1-2 punch, right? Energy flows where your attention goes. Okay. Okay. I'm not going to say anything about that because that's pretty clear. Here you go. The ancient wisdom and where to put your attention. Oh, spiritual garden, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. How rude. Just makes me grateful too. You go, Britt, anytime you're ready.
Okay. I just looking up. Gave me 4 cards, so just trying to familiarize myself with the pages they're on. So in order, so I can actually hold this. It showed me first the Ouroboros, which that's what you've forgotten is the ancient wisdom of real magic. Or Ouroboros is real magic, real manifestation. You've forgotten the alchemical process of changing things and using the magic to turn negative to positive. So literally comes full circle. So the 3 cards that came out after that, hi Tristan, are, my dog came to say hi, vinegar, smoke, and autumn. So I don't know that we have time for me to be reading the meaning of all 4 cards. But to break it down, the vinegar card indicates like a sourness to the entire reading, and smoke kind of it sets a darkness over the reading, and autumn shows a waning of the daylight and living things going into hibernation. So what all of that screams at me is that in the process of forgetting about the ancient wisdom of the Ouroboros, something is clouding your mind right now. And it could be just current events. I don't know where you live. So I don't want to project my own feelings onto you. But with how everything is going on right now, I wouldn't be surprised that there's a dark cloud over how you feel about everything right now, and that you can't help but feel that everything is decaying and returning to a negative state of being, kind of like the Middle Ages. And it's left you really sour over just not knowing how to get through the darkness. What you really need to lean into is your own inner magic. And remember that the whole point of alchemy is to change what is not serving a purpose and change it to something that's going to serve a purpose. It's literally shadow work. And with the entire reading being so dark with smoke.
Can I say something?
Yes, please.
See, I wouldn't, the smoke is dark, yes, but more than that, it's confusing and obfuscating and hiding.
Yeah.
It's more than just dark. And if we're going to talk English, if we're going to talk about decay processes, let's talk about the purpose of this decay process. The decay process is so that things can grow. Okay? If you look at the forest floor, everything, well, or a garden for that matter, everything on that forest floor is rotting in various stages of rot and decay. Logs, branches, leaves, dead plants, dead bugs, all kinds of stuff. It's all in the process of decay. And that decay is what nourishes new growth. So look at it. Okay, yeah, I know I'm an eternal optimist, but it's helped me survive. So I'm sharing it with you. You may be in a process of decay, hibernation, composting, so that your garden can flourish in the coming season.
You might feel like everything is dark and dirty and sour. You might even have a bad taste in your mouth. You might feel like you can't breathe, like you're suffocating. But in the decaying of the leaves, it creates fertilizer for new life in the coming seasons. And that everything Linda just said leads perfectly into the energy of the reading, which is Chiron. And
the wounded healer.
Yes, if anyone knows their mythology about Chiron, he was gravely wounded, and yet he turned everything negative that happened to him, all the damage, all the pain, and he turned it into something good. He used his knowledge to create a better path.
Yeah.
Literally alchemy. So in being like Chiron, remember the ancient wisdom of
the magic,
new life being born from death, from good things coming from turning something bad into good.
Turning something that would be that you look at and go, and Madame Maru and Maria have had some interesting comments to make about how vigor is the result of decay as well, because it's fermentation. Well, you could, fermentation, I wouldn't see that as decay. I see that as transmutation, water into wine. Smoke is the residue of decay by fire, and it's choking and deadly. And then, and look at what Maria had to say. Land and wildlife management involves plant burning, allowing fresh new growth, fresh grass, new seeding, etc., that nourishes animals. Also, there are some trees that will only seed if they're burnt. Like they won't, their seeds can't be released from their nut unless there's like high heat that causes the nut to open and release the seed within it. So it all looks like decay and death and destruction and everything until you realize that it is the planning for the new growth, the planning for the new world. And the thing to remember is to keep in mind the vision that you have, because that vision can become reality. If you want a new world, start working for it, have a vision for it, and start working. That's how you get it.
The circle of life.
Well, and it is. There's an ancient wisdom. That's an ancient wisdom, is that life is a circle,
Literally.
and that, yeah, yeah, decay is needed for new growth. It is, absolutely. And although you may feel like you're surrounded by rottenness, and we are, okay, we have to remember that that rottenness will give the new growth the nourishment it needs to grow. And Ellen says, I have a vision in mind that is very different from my current life. Oh, so do I. And so do most of us, actually. Uh, so we need to start taking action to put that vision that we have for our communities, for how we want to be living, how we want to grow. We want to start putting those visions, put some details in there, and start working towards it. Thanks, Ellen, for letting us read for you. And hi, Red Thread. Welcome. I haven't seen you before, I don't think. Um, you're welcome, Ellen. I mean, I hope it was helpful to you. It was a pretty involved reading. It wasn't one of your straightforward sort of, but I like that. I like that. Hello, puppy. We're at an hour and 23 minutes. Do you want to pull three more names, or shall we pull one for the collective? And it's up to you. How are you feeling? How's your energy?
I could do 3 more as long as these guys stick with their bones. Just Mokuba, sit.
Are you rewarding bad behavior, Shenanigans?
Yep.
Yeah, me too. Do it all the time.
Sit. Come on, you gotta stay sitting, you little butt. Tristan, sit.
Oh, Madam Maru, you are absolutely a font of wisdom. Look at this. Fermentation is a state in which germs that are beneficial to the human body multiply. Decay is a state in which germs that are harmful to the body propagate. Answers all of my questions about the difference between fermentation and decay. I love it. I love it. So, okay. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I just have to get myself together here. Let's see. Where's the kittens? I want to find the kittens. They're my favorite. Oh, this was pretty good too. Oh, here we go. Kitty down the stairs. Okay, let's get ready to draw our final group for the day. Thank you all for being here. We really, really appreciate it.
Joey.
It's my favorite. I can't help it.
I'm running, but
Michelle, are you still here? Please say yes in the chat. If you're still here, okay, I'm gonna play this again because it is my favorite, okay, and it makes me inordinately happy. Okay, next.
Little thing.
Okay. Raven, yay! Come on down, Tinky. If you're still here, please let us know. Just type hello or yes or hi in the chat. And our last reading for the day will be for why it just makes me just tickles my ears. Sonia Claiborne, are you still here?
Now I've seen Sonia in the last couple minutes. Oh yeah, a minute ago. Sonia's here.
Oh yeah, is she? Okay, good. Okay, let me go through and just find everybody here. First, let's change the layout.
Yet.
Oh, there's Sonia. I gotcha. Okay, Sonia. And what? What is wrong with me? Okay, Sonia's here. Gotcha. And Timmy,
Timmy Raven.
Timmy Raven, you're here. Are you here? Sorry.
I haven't seen him or Michelle yet.
To the old lady. Oh, gee, thanks. Red Thread, you're hilarious. My name's Linda. Okay. Yeah, you're right, Madam Maru. It is the same process with different bacteria. I don't see Timmy, and I do not see. I also don't see Michelle.
Yeah, I haven't
I
seen
know,
him.
I know a lot of people have come and gone. Is Michelle here? Yeah, you are. You are, Red Thread. I thought that was hilarious. Okay, so Timmy and Michelle are not here. Let's just draw two more, okay? Oh, does that mean I get to play my kitty down the stairs again? Yes, it does. Why, Linda, aren't you lucky? Okay. What? Why isn't it playing? There we go.
Play.
Madam Maru, I know you're here.
Oh yeah. Modding the hell out of the chat.
Oh, no kidding. And so this will be the last reading for the day. For real this time. Unless they don't answer again.
We'll see.
Maureen D'Amico, are you here, Maureen? I know I saw her earlier, but she may have left. Let's find out. Yeah. Okay. So, Madam Maru, I got you. And oh, thank you so much, Spiritual Garden. That's so kind. And Maureen D'Amico, yeah. Please let us know if you're still here. Just type hi or yes or hello, or don't type anything rude, please. It just like wrecks the vibe,
And then you get it blocked anyway, so.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So Maureen has left. All right. So one more. What am I doing? Oh, yeah, right. Sorry. I'm not fully here, like my brain is only partly functioning because half of me is like somewhere else. So, yeah, sorry, but
It's in your deck.
Yeah, in my deck. Crystal Connors, awesome. I know Crystal is here. Or at least she was like 5 minutes ago. Are you still here, Crystal? Are you still here, darling? Crystal, just say hi in the chat, or yes, or hello, just to let us know you're here. Okay, perfect. Yes, there's Crystal. God, I love it.
Awesome.
I love it. Okay. Okay. Let's get started. So the first, just a second here. The first one is Sonia.
Yes.
And I can get rid of this, and I can do that, and I can go back here. Oh, yeah. It takes a long time to get you to. Yeah. Okay. Sonia, what have you forgotten? And Crystal, you owe me an email. And also, Crystal's our newest member on our channel, and I'm so happy. And also, I can't wait to see you in our Discord. Sonia, what have you forgotten?
Love it when they just go, bye.
Okay, good. I'm ready to go. Are you ready to go?
You can go ahead first. I want to look in the book at this one real quick.
Okay, Sonia. What you've forgotten is perspective. So you see how this, well, okay, so in my estimation, this is a telescope, but it has 3 lenses, which kind of reminds me of, the truth has 3 sides. Yours, well, there's always 3 sides to every story. Yours, mine, and the truth. Okay, so this is about perspective. And notice that there's all kinds of ways that we can adjust that perspective. All these knobs and, levers and thingy bobs, dials. And I mean, I think it's a great contraption. It's fabulous. All the ways in which we can adjust our perception of the world around us. Okay? To get a new perspective. Adjust your perception to get a new perspective. Because, oh, I love it when this happens. This is big magic at work. Seek guidance for clarity and new perspectives. There's a lighthouse. Sonia, you're in my chat, so that means you're a light worker. Because people who aren't light workers don't like me. They just think I'm old and stupid. And they don't watch my channel. And I'm glad, because I don't want to have to deal with them either. But if you're here and you've been here like pretty much since the beginning of the chat today, that you're a light worker. Something about this is calling to you, to your soul. So seek guidance for clarity and new perspectives. I don't know, go read some books, go watch some more readers and see who you resonate with and who you don't, and who's interesting and who's like, wow, what are they talking about? This is the weirdest thing I ever heard in my life. And remember that you can adjust your perception for new perspectives. I love this for you. This is the beginning of a whole new adventure for you, Sonia. This is yeah, this is going to be exciting. This is going to be really the start of something really exciting for you. I love it.
So I shuffled the higher self oracle first, and everyone's forgetting they're worthy tonight. What's going on with you guys?
Yeah, y'all forget your divine.
So the real kicker to me when when these cards came out is this one popped out, right? And the energy on the bottom, nature. So let me just, if no one's noticing it, point out that literally there is a stag on this picture, and
the stag horns, the
like,
antlers.
It speaks of something primal to me, something ancient. So I wanted to know more. What did you forget you're worthy of? And the two cards that came flying out are crystal keys and radical expansion with soul star chakra on the bottom, merging with the divine. So I want to read the key words for crystal keys because I want to know what it was talking about. So that's the one I was looking up in the guidebook. The keywords are hidden wisdom codes, potent information, Lemurian seed crystals, seeing your triggers as a gift.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Awareness of drama creating patterns, healing the earth by looking at your inner environment, healing through awareness. So, what was Linda just saying? Girlie, you've forgotten that you are worthy of the very, very ancient and primal wisdom that, mind my language, we are fucking divine.
Yeah. And that's like the big message today.
And with the keywords, and there was a reason I emphasized on seeing your triggers as a gift, because that is alchemy. It's literally what we are here discussing, is turning something negative positive, and through that, radical expansion, opening your mind and merging with the divine. And doesn't it kind of look like antlers coming out of the image there at the top too, in a way? Don't they look similar?
And wings too. I see wings in there. Oh.
Girlie, get on that. Just, it's time to turn inward, do that shadow work on yourself, and turn that negativity into something positive.
Because you know, not just something positive, a treasure, a strength. Because the thing about triggers is that tells you where you hurt. That tells you where you're wounded. And that gives you an opportunity to heal. That's why the triggers are a gift. And once you've healed, it becomes a treasure. Okay, so a long time ago when I was doing therapy, it just, like, I had been in therapy for a number of months, and it just this crap kept coming up, and there was nothing positive about any of it. And I was just feeling really, really like, oh my God, am I never going to come to the end of this? I hadn't even been in therapy for a year. And there was just more and more and more garbage and pain and trauma and to deal with. And I was lying in bed and thinking, oh, I wish it was over. Why can't I just be like, oh, okay, why can't I? And I had this vision drop into my head. And I'm not a person who I certainly wasn't at that point anyway, a person who has visions. I have things drop into my head a lot more now, but that was like the very first time that it happened in a really impactful way. I saw myself in front of a pile of literal garbage, okay? Tin cans and just, just garbage, okay? And I went, And it was a mountain. I'll say, sorry, not a pile. It was a mountain of garbage. And I went, oh God, yeah, that's exactly what it feels like. I have to go through all of this stuff. No, no. So I picked up a piece, like it just was starting, you know, I had to do it. So I picked it up, and underneath of it, I don't know if I can tell this story without crying. Underneath of it was a shining jewel. And I went, oh, cool, look at that. And I put it in my pocket. And I picked up another. This was just small garbage because I didn't feel like dealing with the big pieces, right? And I picked up another small piece of garbage, and underneath was another shining jewel in a different color. And I went, oh, look. And I put that one in my pocket. And as I did, you know, the garbage disappeared from my hand. And I started, and I went, oh my God, I have a treasure. So that got me through the rest of 3 years of therapy. Oh, sorry. But yeah, that's what triggers are about. It's about discovering your treasures. Okay. What were we doing? Oh, yeah, Sonia. So there you are, Sonia. I hope that was helpful to you. And I hope that you find the guidance that you need to search for your new perspective. Let's see. The pile of laundry in her dreams. Oh my God. I am delighted that you shared that with me. Thank you so much. Yeah, your laundry, my garbage. Oh, oh dear. Oh, thank you, Sonia. Thank you so much. Oh, and thank you, Madam Maru. Okay, so that was Sonia. And next we have, where's my brains? Maruta.
Yeah.
There you are.
I noticed Crystal Connors said something. She's noticed a lot of dragons in the cards. She thinks the dragons have something to say. I don't know if anyone's noticed, but I kind of bring the dragon energy. So yeah, where I go, there are dragons.
We are jewels. Every single one of us is a jewel. Well, I'll wait until the end of the show to share the message that I've been receiving as I've been reading for you guys. Okay, so Madam Maru, what have you forgotten?
I was shuffling while we were talking for Madame Maru, so I'm already ready to go.
Oh, good. You go. You go.
Gave me 6 cards. So I'm going to show them to you first. First up, we got fear. And then happiness. Gratitude. On the right path. Let go. Transformation. So this is telling me a story.
Yeah.
It's telling me a story about what you've been through recently. And it tells me that you were in a period where there was a lot of fear, overwhelming fear, that has turned to happiness and gratitude. Or at the very least, you are on the right path to them turning into happiness and gratitude. But to get there, you need to let go so that the transformation can occur. I'm struck by that it seems to be the same woman on these cards. That it's like literally letting go of the fear and dropping into the unknown, letting go of the old self, and just doing a trust fall with yourself, trusting that you're on the right path and that it will be transformed into happiness and gratitude. So I don't think it's so much that you've forgotten that this path, just so much that it just hasn't really occurred of late to think it's possible. But maybe that's because you're forgetting that you need to trust and let spirit, your higher self, whoever it is that you ask and rely on, to really let them catch you and let you fall. So
Madame Maru says she's on SSI. The fear is kind of constant at the moment. Yeah. I'm so sorry. Of course, we practice gratitude. Yeah. I feel you.
That's the first step. So truly, to transform that fear into gratitude and happiness, you need to let go. You're on the right path. You said you're still practicing gratitude. You're on the right path, but you need to do a trust fall. You need to remember that you can trust your guides, your angels. You can trust them to catch you and to really help you succeed on the right path. You're there. Just trust and fall.
I have a powerful card for you, Madame Maru. This might be the most powerful card I've pulled today, and it's fire. Now, fire is really important to us. We've been sitting around fire since the beginning of humanity. Our communities were built around those fires. We told stories around those fires. It helped develop humanity. It helped humanity grow. Fire is the most transformative element that there is. We use it to cook our food. We burn plants to cleanse. Fire is powerless with water, and it can't exist without air. In spite of its incredible transformative power. There you go, water and air.
It's worth pointing out that on the transformation and let go cards, her hair is like fire. It's a vibrant red, and literally in let go, it looks like a flame.
Yes.
From the way she's falling.
Because fire is an important, fire is how you transmute things from one to another, from one kind of an element to another kind of an element. You need fire. It transforms wood into ash. It transforms raw grains into bread that you can eat. That's much more nutritious and tastier than, raw grains off of the stalk. Where is your fire, Maruda? Where is your fire? How can you reconnect with it? You've forgotten that you are that transformative power. In your own being, you contain that transformative power.
Trust the transformation of the flames.
Clay into vessels. Yes. Yes. And the other card that I have for you, which is such a loving and gentle thing, one step at a time. See that? It goes all the way across the ocean or the river or whatever the heck that is. There are your stepping stones, one step at a time. You don't have to do 3. You don't have to do 2. You just have to do 1, and it's your path. Oh my goodness. Maruta, I'm so happy for you. This is such a joyful, positive reading for you. Mm, 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 mm. One step at a time, you're on the path. Transformation, trust the process because it's within you. It's within you.
What's that song by Jordan Sparks?
I don't
One
know.
step at a time, there's no need to rush. It's like learning to fly or falling in love. It's gonna happen when it's gonna happen. Find a reason why, one step at a time.
Okay, I want you to give me the link to that because I like that. I've never heard it before. Because
I'll find it
okay.
after.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, find it after. That's it tomorrow. That's fine. Okay, our last reading of the day is for our beautiful Crystal Connors. Hi, Patrick. You just made it in time to say goodbye. Sorry.
Hi, bye.
I probably shouldn't cackle like a witch. Or maybe I should. Maybe I should do it more.
I'm gonna love it when the day happens that we cackle like a witch at the same time. It's just gonna be so freaky for everybody else.
Yeah, everybody's gonna freak out. That'll be great. Okay.
I can't wait.
And after this, I do have a message for you. I do have a message for all of you who are here for the collective, as they say. I do have something that's been coming through to me as I've been pulling cards for all of you. So, Crystal, what do the cards want to say? What have you forgotten? Crystal would like a card from Lemuria. Did you see her message?
I did now that you read it.
So you did pull it for a reason. Britt was telling me before we started. She said, I'm going to I somehow I need to have this deck because it's going to be for someone. Someone will want it.
I felt like I was taking it out for one specific person. I've pulled it out a couple of times since, but I was telling her it feels like there's a specific person this is going to be for.
And that was you, Crystal. So glad you're here to receive the message.
That signal was going off or something.
That's hilarious.
Someone mentioned Batman.
Oh. I can't see this. Damn it. I mean, look, I could get, bifocals and all the rest of it, but that would cost more money than I have. So I make do with cheap readers, all right? You can laugh all you want about my stacking glasses.
If it works, it works.
Yeah, I don't care. I mean, I'm way past.
When I was a kid,
giving a shit.
Yeah.
What?
I used to literally tape up my glasses. Like I used to double up like that sometimes when I was younger just because I wanted to screw around. So I'd wear my mom's glasses over my glasses. But sometimes I would also just try to pass off her glasses as mine because our eyesight was pretty close in badness. And I was always sitting on my glasses, and they were the wire ones, so I was always having to tape them up, and I looked like freaking Harry Potter. And we have fun. You just reminded me of a lot of
I was terrified of breaking my glasses when I was a kid because I didn't get them till I was 10, but I needed them from like ever. And I was so afraid of breaking them because then I wouldn't have them anymore. I'll never forget when I first put them on and looked around and I saw leaves on the trees. Holy moly.
When I first got them, I think I was about 10 or 11, but I was bullied pretty badly at the time, so I didn't want to wear them because it was just another thing for people to make fun of me for.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's how they got sat on all the time. Your glasses don't belong up your butt. That's where mine were, though.
Wow. Are you ready, or do you want me to go?
I have pulled from the higher self, but I'm still shuffling with the.
Okay, you go ahead. Okay, I'll go if you want me to, because I'm ready. So the first card that I pulled for you, Crystal, was the Sun card. Another really, really powerful card in the deck, because the sun is the source of all life. We owe our existence to the sun. The sun provides all the energy on our planet for our existence. Think about your connection to the sun. Think you've forgotten your connection to source. You've forgotten your connection to how actually I think so this was for you. Okay, so this message is for you, Crystal. You've forgotten that you're divine. I mean, we all have. And this is the message that I wanted to tell everybody. But it's actually for you. But it applies to all of us, but it's for you. You've forgotten that you are divine. You were created from divine source. You're created from your soul is a piece of source, a piece of God, if you will, that was blown into existence by God and came here to learn lessons. You're not your body, okay? I mean, you have a body, but that's not who you are. You are divine. You are at every moment, whether you're aware of it or not, whether you know it or not, you are always connected to the divine, always. You can reach out and become more aware of that, become more consciously aware of that. But whether you reach out or not, it's there. It's like the sun. The sun is there whether you know it or not. The sun is there for blind people as much as it is for anyone who can see it. Same with divine source. We are divine. We are co-creators. We are literally able to create our reality. And here's some advice from the Oracle of Oneness. And I say this to you with all the love I can, all the love I have. Release the grip of anger. There are things that interfere with our connection with source. Anger is one of them. Fear is another.
Oh.
These things interfere with our ability. Oh, I love that, Jacqueline. She says, meat suits come and go. The soul remains intact. Yeah. Yeah. It's a meat suit. I mean, I don't like saying that because this is a temple and it is worthy of respect. in every aspect of its existence, but it's not who you are. Don't identify with it. It's not who you are. It just carries you around. You have to look after it. You have to be kind to it because it's part of you right now. It's part of you, but it isn't who you are. Anger, fear. Process those, feel them, let them wash through you, and know that they do not rule you. Do not let them rule you. Be ruled by love. Be awash in love. Remember, you are love. You are God. You are divine. You, Crystal Connors, are divine. As are you, Britt, and me, and everybody here. Remember, you are divine.
Yep. So I pulled from the Higher Self Oracle first because I didn't see the request for the Beyond Lemuria deck. So it's interesting because usually when I pull first, if I go to another deck, it's for an explanation of the cards that I pull to get a better idea.
Yeah.
But the cards that I pulled from the Higher Self were the explanation of the cards I pulled second from the Beyond Lemuria deck. But because I pulled them first, I'm still going to show them first. So the one that came flying, well, it didn't really fly out. It flipped itself over aggressively. Was failure.
Oh.
The card on the bottom, the energy of it is boundaries. So when I saw this, what it initially tells me is that you are mired in the feeling of failure. And you have created a boundary between yourself and your higher self. You've blocked the connection, which has only enhanced that feeling of failure. So the card that came out from Beyond Lemuria is New Blueprints, with the bottom, the energy being water, the overflow. So to bring this together, I want to read the keywords for blueprints, which are be the change, take action, take a step no matter how small, ignite an upward spiral, make a positive change, ethics and compassion, creating a ripple of light. And with water, the keywords are abundance, non-attachment, the paradigm of no scarcity, allowing financial and energetic gifts to flow through and create more. So, quite literally, the explanation of the cards that Linda just read. You are currently holding yourself in this limbo state by keeping this boundary, this block in place. And by keeping that block in place, you're only going to continue to feel that feeling of failure. Yeah. So in order to get back to your divinity, you need to forge a basically create a new blueprint, a new way of approaching situations, a new way of feeling about them, a new way of connecting to yourself and to the world. And in creating that change, in forging that connection and washing away that block, just keep applying yourself, and water will erode earth. The obstacles will give way and you will find yourself in an abundance of happiness and contentment. The main thing holding you back is that block you've put in place. You need to remember how to
Let it
pull
go.
yourself out of that feeling and keep pushing ahead, just like the water. Just keep flowing with that new blueprint. And oh man, y'all really do need to remember you're divine. Like, I forget it, but you all have no reason to be forgetting it. Like, you're constantly on this channel. Come on.
Yeah. I want to say hi to Bora Bora, who just joined us, and we're just about ready to say good night, goodbye, good day, whatever. This has been an astonishing show, an astonishing bunch of reads, an astonishing bunch of cards. I am absolutely gobsmacked by this. Crystal,
I just heard a voice say, she's forgotten she is the water. So, yeah.
Oh.
That I can't expand on that. So that's yeah.
Mike.
Yep.
The thing about feelings like anger and fear is that you need to feel it. I saw this in the chat, and I think it was from Jacqueline. I think it was Mangled Unicorn. You need to feel it to hear it. You let it flow through you. You let yourself feel it. And then it's gone. Like if you, especially anger, if you stomp around, well, okay, I can't because I'm on the 3rd floor and it'll, I can't do that to the people downstairs, but I can walk around swearing and, doing that. And I can't last more than 5 minutes. And then I go, okay, all right, fine, I'm done. There are some angers some anger is not the result of an immediate occurrence. Some of it is from childhood trauma, and that kind of stuff needs a professional. So please do not hesitate to deal with a professional, to find a professional who can help you process that anger. And yeah, let's all try this coming week. Let's all try to remember at least once a day that we are divine and that we are part of the process of creation. And let's just remind ourselves of that when we wake up in the morning. And maybe when we're washing dishes or cooking supper or something, just go, I'm divine. I am divine. And see what, just like come back next week and tell me, or email me and tell me what happened when you did that for like 3 days, 4 days in a row. I'm just really interested in how that process expands awareness and changes reality, because I know it does, okay? But that awareness of our divinity changes reality. It does. If you are suffering from any kind of childhood trauma, I urge you to seek professional help. Whatever you can find, whatever you can afford, at least start. It will help you heal. You'll be more your own self. Because that's what we want, just to be who we are, just to be who we are in our best way, to show up as the best we can be. And healing helps that. So thank you, Britt. Thank you so much. You're an amazing, amazing reader. I love reading with you. I love the way our readings work together and echoed together. And you're very funny. You make me laugh.
I
I
mean,
appreciate that. I really appreciate that.
I'm glad it's not just me that I'm making laugh, because I swear no one else in my family finds me funny.
I
Like
think you're hilarious. What are you talking about?
I maybe it's just because my husband is also just a very non-talkative person, but God, I struggle so hard every day to get him to actually laugh out loud. And it takes the most ridiculous freaking thing to get him to actually do it. Most of the time, I just get a or something, kind of like a Sheldon reaction, sort of. But
Oh,
uh,
Crystal, sweetheart, I send you my love. I had a similar mother. I had a similar mother. And that was, a big part of the garbage that I was processing in that vision was the beliefs that she left me with. So my heart goes out to you. I love you for whatever that's worth because we're total strangers, but I send you my love. Do you know, Britt, that there are people in my life that I will like stand on my head to get a giggle out of them. It's a challenge for me. And I sit there and I see how silly do I have to get a giggle out of you, It's a great game for me anyway. It's a great game.
I mean, it's been working well, at least with the kids that I work with, because
Oh, good.
trying to find a way to keep them happy is like the best way to forge a good relationship with them. So it's something I've been putting to good use.
Good. It's a
Yeah.
superpower. It's a superpower. Okay, I want to, yeah, farts are funny, everybody. Farts are funny. Those of you who are members, let's just all put farts into the chat. It makes me happy. It makes me laugh. That's why I created the emoji, was because I thought it was funny. Even
You know,
babies laugh when they fart in the tub. Come on.
I mean, I fart all day and my husband don't laugh at it, so that ain't gonna work. I gotta try harder.
Oh, okay. Okay, we have to say goodbye because we've been on for 2 hours, more than 2 hours, and my bum's numb. And I have to, anyway. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you for supporting Brit's channel. I think you'll find you have some new subscribers. No pressure. And
Jazz hands.
love you all so much. I'm not even going to go into what I'm going to be doing next. I don't know, like subscribe and you'll get the notifications, hit the notification button. I'm on again on Saturday with Gerald. Well, okay, Linda, just give up. Just do it. Um, at 1 o'clock Pacific time, 4 o'clock Eastern time with Gerald and Deb. We're doing a creativity conversation. And on Monday, Gerald and I will be doing self-love, self-worth, and self-acceptance at 2 o'clock Pacific time, 5 o'clock Eastern time. That's right, right? No, 2 o'clock Pacific? Yeah, that's right. That'll be episode 7. Okay, that's enough. Love you all. It's been a long week. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Be well, everybody.